Hey guys, how's it going? Welcome to Hold the Ball. Hope you guys are well. Thanks again for tuning in. It's another HTB live episode where we look at all things rugby league, but obviously it's a Rugby League World Cup theme here. I've got here with me Warriors and our Fanatics. Man, can you introduce yourself, man? Let us know who you are, what you do, and what you're about.
Yeah, so for those of you who don't know who I am already, I am a YouTube content creator. Like Hold the Ball, I do rugby league content as well as New Zealand Warriors content as well. So with the Rugby League World Cup content, Rugby League World Cup coming up this week, I'm been flat out doing some videos over the last couple of weeks. But I'm Warriors NRL Fanatics. If you guys want to go check me out, I'm on YouTube as well. So just type in Warriors NRL Fanatics on the YouTube search bar, and I'm also on social media as well, Instagram and Twitter. So check me out there. But thanks to Hold the Ball for having me on tonight. And yeah, looking forward to discussing the Rugby League World Cup.
No, awesome. Thank you, actually. Thank you. And again, to all the people viewing, please don't forget to like, share, subscribe to both of us. And at the same time as well, ask us some questions. Another thing as well, welcome to all the international rugby league fans and, HTB family, so to speak. And welcome. Let's get straight into it. So, obviously, there's a lot of Rugby League World Cup that happened over the weekend, a lot of results. Now, we're going to talk about just some of the games, not all of them. There were some of the games that I picked up, and we're just going to sort of talk about them somewhat. I don't know, but look at the same time as well. We'll just get straight into it. So, obviously, the first game was Greece, right? So, Greece, the Titans, actually had a game against the Bradford Bulls. Now, Fanatics, did you watch this game? Did you watch a little bit of it? Do you know much about this game? If not, I can probably just tee off just a little bit. I saw just a little bit of it.
To be completely honest with you, Hold the Ball, I have not seen this game.
Yeah,
I did see the result there, and bit of a surprise actually, because I know Bradford is a championship side there in England, and a bit of a surprise with the scoreline here.
Yeah. So I think it was just for me, I just a little bit of the pictures and just a little bit of the readings and stuff like that. But it looked like it was a very tight contest. Now, I believe that Greece kicked the last the penalty to win to draw it. I believe that was the case there. But either way, to be fair with you, I was actually expecting Bradford Bulls to win. That's what I was actually expecting.
Really?
I thought they would win. Obviously, again, granted, obviously not their best team that was on the field there. But in saying that, look, again, with a team like Greece, it's a building block. It's a draw, sure, but a win for them, I guess. But there we go. So we're moving to the next game. Lebanon against Wales, 38-22. Just give me you may not have watched it, but just give me your overall thoughts on this result here. Are you surprised, or how do you feel?
Look, again, another game I did not watch. I was looking for the highlights on YouTube, but just couldn't find them. So, I know there was a live stream somewhere on YouTube or somewhere on the web there, but no, I didn't see the game. But Lebanon, look, I'm not surprised with the scoreline of 38-22 over Wales. I mean, look, Lebanon really they should win. They should beat Wales, and I mean, I don't know what team they've lined up with, what team they did line up in that game. I don't know if they had majority of their top players playing. I know Moses probably would not have played in that game, but yeah, I mean, not surprised with the scoreline, but yeah, that's all I'll say.
Awesome, and again, welcome to our viewers. Sam Revel as well. If you guys don't know, he is a YouTuber as well. Please give him a follow. Give him a follow on Instagram, YouTube as well. One of the top dudes, one of my favorite YouTubers, and he'll be joining me when we watch Australia versus Fiji, and I will be probably barely awake because Fanatics and I will be doing a live stream watching England and Samoa. So I'm probably not even going to be able to sleep. But look, man, it is what it is. I'm looking forward to it. So yeah, please join. Streams and all that jazz there. Anyway. Sweet. And hey, Theo, how you going? Thank you again. One of the constant supporters there. And thank you again. Appreciate it, Theo. All right. So England versus Fiji. Oh, sure. Just quickly with Lebanon and Wales. I'll be honest. I'm actually quite surprised at the scoreline there with Wales. And just because I think Lebanon generally have the better players. Again, like Fanatics said, don't know who was fielded, who was playing. Sure, but still at the same time, surprised nonetheless. I thought, 38-12 would have probably been something I would have thought would have happened, But hey, 38-22, it is what it is. Kudos. Regardless. England, Fiji. I'll touch on this after you, man. What were your thoughts on this game?
Yeah, so I caught the highlights of this game. I didn't watch it live. Look, I think England. Look, I think it was a pretty good performance by them. Dominic Young was great. You know, he scored 2 tries in this game, so it was a good debut in the England colours for Dominic Young. So, yeah, I mean, I think even Andy Eckers also had a pretty good game as well in the hooker spot, and I believe he scored a try as well in this one.
Yes, he did. Yep.
Yes. So he did score a try in this one as well, in his first game in England colours as well. So I thought it was a pretty good head out for England in their first game before the Rugby League World Cup. And Fiji, look, I kind of expected a little bit better from them, to be fair, even though it's a warm-up game, and I know they didn't play their full strength side. They had a few players out, but yeah, I thought they were a little bit disappointing, actually. You know, just to get 50 put on them and not even score a try, which is, you know, a little bit of a disappointing performance from Fiji, but England too good there.
Yeah, if just quickly as well on the subject of this game, if you haven't done so already, near the NRL app, I've just seen they've actually got the updated version now, so the World Cup draw as well. Again, in case you ever get lost, so there you go. Look, I watched the game there, and I just thought, for me, I mean, I know you touched on Fiji not having a full strength squad. To be fair, I don't think England were full strength either.
Yeah.
I know, granted, I know it was a warm up match, but 50-0 warm up match though, like 50-0 though, like that's sort of how I'm thinking about it, to be honest. Like, I get it, it's a warm up match, you know, you're not fielding your best players, but 50-0, like, come on, man, like that's crazy. I don't know. I just think that's a big score for just a warm up. I don't know. What do you think? Do you think I'm over exaggerating? Do you sort of see where I'm coming from? Where do you sort of feel with what I'm saying there, Fanatics?
No, I don't think you're over exaggerating at all, actually. I mean, look, I know people might say it's a warm up game and that, but you know, Fiji, you know, they still have the players, don't they? They still have the side, you know. It's not like they've got tons of players out due to injuries and that. So, I mean, yeah, you kind of expect the Fiji to at least do a lot better in terms of this, even though it's a warm-up game. I mean, you kind of expect a lot more better from them.
Yeah, look, honestly, like even a try, like just one try, like just put the ball over the line, you know. All right, next game, Tonga against France. Did you get a chance to watch this game, Fanatics?
Another game which I caught highlights of.
Yep.
So yeah, I just watched the highlights of this game. Look, Tonga looked a little bit early on, a little bit, you know, their performance was, I wouldn't say it was the greatest performance. I thought they took a bit of time to get going, but once they got going, obviously France, you know, they couldn't handle Tonga's side, and you know, I think Lola here had a good game. I thought he looked particularly good. You know, also, I think it was Hamoli Olakuatu. I think he had a pretty strong game as well. So it was a strong hit out for him. And trying to remember a couple more players that I thought had a good game. So, Hamoli Olakuatu, I thought it was good. And Tamali Lola here as well. And I think the 4-pack was all right as well. I thought the 4-pack played particularly well. So, I thought it was a solid hit out for Tonga. Not perfect, not great, but you know they did what they needed to do in their first game.
Yeah, look, the way I sort of described this game, I think the longer it went, the better Tonga got, particularly in the second half. In the first half, I was I understand, again, you know, the boys are warming up, blah, blah, blah. But ultimately, it was a game where I believe Tonga should have won comfortably, and they did ultimately, right? 48 points to 12. I don't think you're complaining there. And obviously, again, the boys were trying to sort of find their way as the game got on. Dan Fifita for mine was, man, he was brilliant. He was good on that right edge there. Even the halves, right? Lolohe, Monin, I think they even played a bit of katoa as well in between there. I didn't think it was too bad. I will be honest though, I definitely wanted more from the props, Tauke Aho as well as Adam Funor-Blake in particular, and you guys know we all have a soft spot for Adam Funor-Blake as a Warriors player, but I just thought he could have done a bit more. I didn't see much from him. Now with the French squad as well, I thought, to be fair with you, I thought they did well. Like, granted, the scoreline doesn't complement the way they played. I thought France, in particular in the first half, and I think until like the last 50 minutes or 20 minutes, France were sort of just there, there or thereabouts. Again, you can't complain. Yeah, but overall, yes, Tonga got the job done, and I think they'll be better for it in the long run. Both these teams will. Watch out for France, though. They may pull off an upset. Who knows? And if they do, I'll love it. Allez les bleus, as they say. Go the Blues. All right, so New Zealand, 74-0 against Leeds.
Yep.
Fanatics, your thoughts on this match, man? Go for it.
Yeah, look, the Kiwis look to me like they win. They were just way too good for this Leeds Rhinos on this side. I feel like Leeds Rhinos were just a team where they were on holidays. I don't think their minds were in it. From kickoff.
Yeah.
And I think New Zealand just showed their class and why they're one of the teams to beat at this World Cup alongside Australia. So I think the Kiwis were far too good. There's quite a few players that put their hands up for selection. Sebastian Christ, I thought, had a good game in particular. And Tommy Luluai actually had a pretty good game as well. And I believe it was his last game. So game in Kiwis colours. So obviously he's going to be retiring, so he won't be playing anymore. I know he's included in the squad, but he won't be playing. So yeah, I thought the forward pack was pretty good as well. And there's a couple of players rested in this game in particular. We didn't have a full strength side on the field, but we still played very well. And I think the way we played was quite quick as well. The way we our attack was quick in the dummy half. And yeah, I just thought we were just too good for that Leeds Rhinos team. That Leeds Rhinos team, which probably had their mindset on the off season, just going away on holiday or something like that. So yeah, I mean, Kiwis too good. Look, people might say, "Oh, it's Leeds Rhinos. It's the Super League." People will look at this game and say that the Super League. People will bash the Super League after they've seen the scoreline, but what do you expect? It's the New Zealand Kiwis. They're an international team, and the Kiwis have a lot of class players, and Leeds Rhinos. They're not, their minds weren't there. So that's pretty much what I'll say. I think the Kiwis were too good.
Yeah, look, these 2 points that come to mind. No, number one, obviously to be fair with you, that wasn't New Zealand's A squad. I think I can comfortably say that. But obviously that was not Leeds' A squad as well, right? Obviously you got some players who were playing for England.
Yeah.
Obviously there were some old players who came back and blah blah blah, right? Whatever, right? But the second point that brings me to is when the game is that one-sided, especially for a team that was dominant like New Zealand were, I guess what you're looking for is defense, right? And the fact that New Zealand didn't get a point scored against them, that's the main thing I got out of that, right? Is their defense wasn't sinking. I watched the game and there was times there when Leeds were actually close to scoring, but again, New Zealand's defense held strong. Now again, that's how I look at it, right? If there's ever a good win by another team, it's always looking at the other end, how did the opposition fare? And 74-0 without getting even one try scored. I don't know. Can't really complain there, right? So again, some promising signs there for the Kiwis. All right, so we're just going to read some comments here quickly. So we have here one from Theo. Second tier nations don't have the depth as one tier nations. Even a one tier C team can beat a two tier B team. It'll be more competitive when the teams are at full strength. Look, there's just so much to dissect in that comment there. Because when I'm thinking second tier, I'm thinking France, right? I'm thinking Italy, right? I'm thinking Jamaica. I'm thinking Canada. There's just my mind's going everywhere, right? So yeah, that's right. Theo brings up a good point, and it's very valid. But at the same time, it's just when you sort of think of just other nations as well, it will be a challenge. Semi Salza says, speaking of depth, that was clearly exposed when an undercooked Fiji played England in a trial match, besides adapting to the chilly weather. Well, yeah, that's a fair point. All right, guys, so we've come to the meat pie of this video here, the live, so to speak, where we're going to be previewing the 5 games, right? The reason why I say that is because the next time I'm live, obviously there'll be a turnover, and then, that following, I think, Tuesday morning there'll be like another game, blah blah blah. So think of it as round one, I guess, so to speak. So we're gonna be doing our own previews and predictions of these games, and I'm sure Fanatics and myself will probably go more in depth as well with our own personal videos, I'm sure, right, of game to game. But Fanatics, give me your thoughts on this game, man. England and Samoa.
Yeah, well, look, without the team list, look, I think
just go for it. Just go for it.
Yeah, all right. So England, look, going into this game, obviously they're coming off that warm-up victory over Fiji. Look, for me, I think England go into this game as favourites. But I will say this, that Samoa, you can't write them off. I think Samoa are more than capable of producing an upset in that first game. And Samoa, look, for me, I mean, the concern I have with Samoa going into this game, particularly because is the fact that England have had a couple of weeks where they've been in their own conditions and they've had a couple of camps together already. So Samoa, you've had a few players already travel over early, but you've also had some players, the likes of the Penrith contingent who were playing the grand final. They came over a bit late. So my concern is for Samoa is how their combinations are going to go in this first game. Are they going to click straight away, or are they going to take time? Are they going to take time to get going for the next couple of games in the tournament? So,
okay,
the biggest test for Samoa is, can their combinations gel in this first game? That's my question to the to everyone out there. Can they gel early? And for England is the fact that is the win over Fiji in a warm-up game. Are we reading too much into it? Are people reading too much into it? Because Fiji didn't have their full strength side. Yes, England didn't also have their full strength side. They were resting a few players as well. But England, for me, I mean, I know there's a lot of people that don't rate their chances at this World Cup, and I'm probably one of the same. I don't really rate their chances, to be completely fair, to be completely honest. That's just my opinion, and that's the way I see it. People might see differently, but I think England, they need to win this game. They really do. They have to win this game. Yeah, they've got no choice. Even though it's game one, they have to go out there and send a statement to the rest of the tournament that they are not going to be, they're not going to be a team where you're going to say, oh, England, they're not going to do very well at this tournament. So I think England will want a statement win early on to start the tournament off well, being the host nation, being the host country. And Samoa will probably want to send out a statement of their own as well as a team. Also, they're one of the teams that people are talking about quite a lot due to the side that they've named at this World Cup. So, look, for me, if I was to make a tip, I'm going to make a tip now. So, I really want to tip Samoa. I love to see an upset. I'd love to see Samoa get up here. And I think it'd be great for the tournament to see an upset early on. I'm going to go with England. Yeah, I'm going to go with the host country here. England to win. I'll go by 10. By just 10 points. I think Samoa can be competitive and run it close, but I think England will just have enough to get the win.
Boo! No jokes. Look.
Yeah.
No. No. You definitely raised valid points. I guess for me, just to quickly skim over this. The reality is, though, obviously Samoa's biggest strength, which I think is their forward pack. Obviously, they've got a very slick, beautiful, wonderful backline. All those words there. But I think their bread and butter is definitely going to come from the forward pack. Now, for me, it almost seems like they can fall into a trap, right, of trying to play that power game against England. And I feel like the English forwards, that's probably what they want to get them into. They want to put them into that grinding sort of a game. And for me, I just think it works more in England's favour if it is like that. However, in saying that, obviously, I could be completely wrong and Samoa could absolutely dominate them. That's the beauty of this match. We don't know until the end result. But look, to basically summarise this quickly, I think England will be very ready and hot for this game. Though granted, I think Samoa, for me personally, is the team that I'm going to be betting for. So for me, I'm tipping Samoa. The loser of this game, I think, comes second in the pool. But also, I think if things go according to plan, we'll be playing Tonga straight away in the quarterfinals. So,
yeah,
sucks to be you, or sucks to be Tonga. I don't know. It depends, whatever. But something's going to happen. So there you go. Australia versus Fiji, and I think I'll just sum this game up.
Yeah.
Look, again, we all know England, Fiji played, and obviously warm up, blah blah blah. But obviously Fiji, whoever they'll bring in, will they be able to put much of a dent into this Australian team? No, I think to be honest, this is going to be a very this game will be one-sided, unfortunately, and I say that really, I think it will be one-sided. I think Australia will be too strong from the get-go. Now, fingers crossed we don't see like a 60-point hiding. Like, I really hope Fiji can bring a bit of urgency and a bit of desperation, a bit of flair. We all know we love the Fijians for their flair. So I'm really hoping they can sort of bring those little parts into the game, because if not, Australia are going to run riot. And I hate to say this, but if Australia have their way, it's going to be literally within the first 15 minutes. It's just, you just know, you're in for a long night. So Australia, Fiji, I'm going to be tipping Australia. Fanatics, who are you going to be tipping in this game?
Yeah, look, I mean, I'd love to see Fiji get up. I really would. I'd love to see it personally. I think it'd be great. Also, to see another upset. I mean, I'm saying, the same with Samoa. I'd like to see them win too. But in reality, Australia, with the side they've got, I mean, they've also named their team. I believe they named their team yesterday. So,
yep.
And look, that's a strong side. That is a very strong side. And Fiji, look, I mean, if they want to be competitive in this game, they've got to take it to Australia early. That's the only way I see it. They've got to take it to them physically, in defence, and also, throw the ball around. I mean, try throw a different sort of game plan at Australia. You can't be structured against the Australian side. You just can't. So, look, I am going to tip Australia, and it might be a boring tip here, but in reality, Australia should win this, and I think they will win it. I think I'll go Australia by 20, 30 plus. I mean, I hope not. I mean, I hope we don't see 30, 60 points, but it looks likely. It really does, and I think they'll be too good.
No, I agree there. Next game we have is Scotland against Italy. And guys, as well, heads up, this is just a short stream for tonight. Nothing too long and extravagant. Definitely will be, I'm sure, in the coming weeks. But just for this one here, it's going to be a bit of a short one. So we have here Scotland versus Italy. And I suppose not much is known about these two nations in particular, historically, I suppose, to a degree. What are your thoughts on this game, Fanatics? Trying to get as much knowledge as you can of these two teams and their players. Who do you think wins this?
Well, I think for Scotland, I mean, I believe they'd be favourites over Italy, purely based on the fact that Italy don't have as much NRL players as Scotland do. Scotland have got, for me, I'm probably going to be cheering for Scotland. Because Scotland, we have a Warriors player in that side in particular, and Ewan Aiken. So, although Ewan Aiken won't be at the Warriors next year, he's still a Warrior right now. So, I hope he goes well, and I wish him all the best. And hopefully, he gets picked for Scotland for the first game. So, look, I'll probably be picking Scotland here. I'll go Scotland by 12 over Italy, and I think they'll win the game for me. Against this Italian side.
You know what? Yeah, maybe. I think this is, look, to be fair, I think Pool B in particular, when it comes to Fiji, Italy, and Scotland, for me, I think this is a literal throw it up and see what sticks, right? Throw it up and see what sticks. I think I'm going to be leaning towards Italy here, I think, personally. Again, granted, I know we haven't seen them play, but they've got some good players there. Remember the likes of Nathan Brown, Brendan Santi as well. Former NRL players. They've even got the likes of Kolovati as well, who plays for the Eels. They've even got some reserve players who play for the Penrith Panthers, right? Or one player in particular. So they've got some players, to be fair with you. So for me, I think I'm going to be tipping Italy to win this one here in a close exchange. I reckon by probably 6 points or less. I think we'll go quickly on this game here. Then we'll get to the meat pie, which is New Zealand Lebanon. Fanatics.
Yep.
Who wins this and why?
Yeah, Ireland by a lot. Yeah, sorry, Jamaica. I just don't see. I just don't see them. Scoring enough points and a lot of points at that. So Ireland by 40 plus over Jamaica.
Okay.
Yeah.
Jamaica, right? Bob Marley, reggae music, bobsleds, Usain Bolt, tropical coconut trees, beautiful weather. You know what I mean?
Yep.
When it comes to rugby league, though, I don't think the two match. No. And in all seriousness, though, I actually really love this. I love the fact they're actually in there. In all seriousness, when it comes to this game, though, as much as I would love to back Jamaica, and actually brought their rugby league jersey, which I'll show you guys as well when I get it. I'm actually going to back Ireland here. I'm not going to say they win like that much. I think it'll be a close game because Jamaica actually drew with Scotland as well last year. Heads up. They actually drew with Scotland last year. Again, obviously not Scotland's strongest team, but who cares? So yeah, for me, Ireland will win this, but I think by 12 points or less. That's where I'm sort of looking at. 12 points or less. All right, we come to the meat pie of the second meat pie, of the section here. New Zealand versus Lebanon. This is a big game, regardless of who you support, because it's New Zealand's first game, Lebanon's first game. A real chance to make a statement. Fanatics, thoughts?
Yeah, look, obviously for me, I am a New Zealand Kiwis fan, and I want to see us, start off the tournament with a statement win and a scoreline. Particular, I think we will put a scoreline on Lebanon. Unfortunately, for Lebanon's sake.
Yeah.
I mean, as neutrals, you probably want to see a close game and not New Zealand put on 40, 50 points. But I think realistically, we will be probably put on. I would say we'll win it by 40, 50 plus points. And I think for Lebanon, I mean, the key player for them is Mitchell Moses. It's Mitchell Moses. So I believe he has been named the captain of Lebanon.
Correct.
So,
correct.
Congratulations to him on being the captain for Lebanon. That's a huge honour to captain, your heritage side in Lebanon. So
Fair shout out.
Good on him. Well done to him. I mean, yeah, it's been a big couple of weeks for Mitchell Moses, or the last couple of months, hasn't it? He's had a baby. He's also been in the grand final. It's been full on, isn't it, for Mitchell Moses? So good on him. But look, yeah, New Zealand Kiwis will win this game. I think they'll be too good. I think the 4-pack, we've got the halves as well. I'm looking out for the spine for New Zealand. This is their first game as a World Cup spine. The likes of Joey Manu, Brandon Smith, Jerome Hughes. This will be the first time that they've combined at a World Cup.
Yeah.
And we saw that against Tonga early on the season in the mid-year test at Mount Smart, where they had a great game. They played very well, but I'm keen to see it in a big tournament. So I think New Zealand will make a statement, and I think they'll win fairly comfortably over Lebanon, and I think it'll be a big win.
No, that's a fair point. I will just quickly read in the comments as well. So we have Theo here who says, great seeing teams like Jamaica and Greece in the World Cup. Shows the game is growing globally, at least. And it is. There's a lot of teams actually.
Yep.
Guys in? Yep, all good. Yep, sorry about that.
Oh.
So look, teams like Latvia, teams like Vanuatu, right? Teams like Japan that are just coming into the swing of things, Cuba, a lot of teams. And Sammy Sosa, New Zealand 4 is likely to put a dent in Lebanon despite being matched in the halves. That is a good point. Although I'll say, granted, probably Jerome's is probably just slightly. I reckon Jerome's is probably the better. But yeah, I get what you mean. Jerome Hughes and Dylan Brown versus Mitchell Moses and Adam Dewey. That is almost. To be fair, that's a. Yeah, I see where you come from, Sammy Sosa. Unrelated question, HTB. Do you have a football soccer team that you follow? I know that Fanatics is a fan of Manchester City. Yeah, look, just quickly as well before we get into my tips on the game. I go for Crystal Palace. Okay, so quickly as well, New Zealand, Lebanon. Look, I just think for mine, this will be a very one-sided game. Very? Is it? I just think for mine, defensively, the question is, can Lebanon handle what New Zealand throw at them? I think that really is it. I think New Zealand will handle what Lebanon throws at them comfortably. And I don't say this arrogantly. It just is the way it is. Despite the halves being almost equal, and I agree there, I still think, though, besides that, I still think New Zealand have the better spine, to be fair with you. And I just think New Zealand's forwards in the backs will be too much for Lebanon defensively. And I think that's it. I do see Lebanon scoring, though, a try or two at least. I do see that. But it's going to be a one-way street here. I see my predicted score, honestly, down the middle, I think is New Zealand. How do I say this? New Zealand 46, Lebanon 10. Would you say that's fair or too close? What do you reckon, Fanatics?
Yeah, I think that's probably fair. A fair reflection. I mean, look, if Lebanon, if they I think if they can get some tries of their own, I mean, that'll probably be a positive in itself for them. So, unfortunately, I just don't see them, scoring a lot of points against this New Zealand side. But I think they will score a try, but I don't think they'll score a lot of points.
Yep, no, I agree. Look, guys, I think that does it for now. That's the show there. Again, before I head off, Fanatics, please, is there anything you want to say before we close the show?
Yeah, so thank you, Hold the Ball, for having me on and discussing this week's games. And, it's going to be a great World Cup. I think it's going to be one of the most competitive World Cups in a while. And I'm looking forward to this week's games. And, also I'll be, no doubt about it, I'll be jumping on your channel again. I'll probably be, I think UMF have already confirmed that I'll be coming on for the Samoa England game.
The opener, England Samoa, the opener of the Rugby League World Flipping Cup, baby.
So I'll be coming on there, live watch along. So I'm looking forward to it. Should be good. First game of the tournament, and no doubt. I think me and Hold the Ball will be doing some stuff, over the next couple of weeks as well. So thanks to Hold the Ball for having me on. Much appreciated. Thanks for the viewers for watching, and bring on the Rugby League World Cup, and go the New Zealand Kiwis.
All right, no worries. You're more than welcome, Fanatics. Thank you. And as well, people, please stay tuned as well. I'm going to be doing some reviews and posting them out for you guys on these upcoming matches. There's going to be a lot of matches I'm definitely going to be touching on as well. So stay tuned for that. And again, a few lives as well and all that jazz there. But I guess that's us there done, for today. Take it easy. Bless you guys. Be well. And as I always say, just remember, hold the ball. Take it easy. See you guys next time.